So I remember walking in and there was a table with chairs all around them. And sitting there was someone that was supposed to love me, was someone that was supposed to care and want the best for me and wanted me to walk in my divine authenticity. I remember I walked in and I was happy. I was joking and just talking about certain things that were going on. I think I'd just gotten in from some sort of event. And I don't know what question I posed or something. And it was said to me, I would be relieved if you died. And right there, I stopped in my tracks. And I just could not believe what I was hearing. And it messed me up. It messed me up. I remember thinking that I don't care what people go through, and even what you may do to one another, and how you may not get along or may not be on the same page, but to wish and hope that someone's life would end, especially when you have some connections, whether it be loved ones or whatever. So I remember I sat down briefly and then I got up and I went out to my car, and I think I called a relative, a blood relative, and I shared what had just been said to me in the midst of how I was already feeling. And this blood relative, I think that they acted shocked or something like that, maybe even chuckled or something. Of course, being these blood relatives, then they went and started talking about it. You know, something I shared in confidence. Somewhat using it against me. And then all of a sudden, everybody's praying and then people want to prophesy. But there's a fine line between being an intercessor and being a gossiper. There's a fine line between prophesying and being a warlock and a witch. And I remember people started focusing on the context. And perhaps no one was concerned with what that content may have done to my heart and what that content may have done to me. That someone expected more from would say and do so much wrong right to my face, and more so to my heart. And I remember that for a while after that, there would be things that would happen make me feel like I am a burden. People try to throw things in your face, and I'm not just talking about hurt and what has happened just to talk about it. I'm not talking about it to glorify the enemy and what he has done. I'm bringing it up from a place of deliverance to say that no matter what the enemy tried to do to bite me and to take me out, it didn't work. It didn't work. I speak from that place. The testimony of Jesus bears a spirit of prophecy. There's a total difference in just talking about what people have done and what has happened just to go over and rehearse hurt. And talking about it so that what I've gone through, if others go through it, they can know that they can survive as well. And I can talk about it now. I can talk about so much. Does it take me back to a place that was not good? Absolutely. Absolutely. And the reason why I can talk about it is because I'm free now. I'm free. Never admitted being perfect. Now, well, going through, messed up, fell down, slipped up, all that stuff. And it was my fault. Some of that stuff. Oftentimes people don't want you to talk about stuff, and they don't want to talk about stuff because they haven't forgiven themselves and they haven't forgiven others. And they're not living from a place of freedom where they can now talk about what they experienced in Egypt. But I'm free. Everything is not perfect. But I bring it up to encourage you that you're no one's burden. You are no one's burden. You may seemingly be going through a storm right now where people that you love and perhaps supposedly are supposed to love you like blood relatives, but perhaps they use tough seasons against you. But I want you to know that you should stay in the race, man. Don't throw in the towel. Don't quit. I don't care what others have spoken over you and how they treat you, how you may even feel like God perceives you, like you keep on messing up over and over and over and over again. You keep on missing the mark over and over and over again. But you're no one's burden. You are not a burden on anyone. So you cannot quit. You cannot throw in the towel. You cannot give up. There is so much more life to live. So when that person said that to me, when they wished death upon me, man, that not only did I say I ain't eating nothing they make, but it just really messed up my heart. But it caused me to look at myself and think, well, maybe I am a burden. Maybe life would be better for others if I was not here. Now, not that I was thinking about killing myself, but it was like, God, maybe you should just take me out of here. Maybe you just take me out. If I'm this difficult to love, if I'm this difficult to be around. Yeah. Listen, let's consider anyone that makes you think you are difficult to love. Let's already consider them to be a liar. You're no one's burden. You're not a burden to God. So perhaps you've been in that situation where you felt like you were burdened. This holiday season, man, a lot of people are out here burdened. They're burdened because they're running around needing to get gifts for people. They're thinking about what's on their list to do. Maybe somewhere along the line, someone said that you are excess weight in their life, or you're unnecessary on their own list. But get that in your mind. You're no one's burden. You're no one's burden. God delights in calling you his child. When you have children, there are certain things that are now put on your plate. The Bible says that it gives the Father good pleasure to give you the kingdom as an inheritance. There's something for you to inherit. You are the seed of Abraham, and every promise that God gave Abraham is also yours. Now, in pursuit of those things, pressing towards those things that will set you up for the prize. Will life be difficult at times? Oh yeah. Will there be times that people and things may make you feel like you are a burden? Sure enough. But I declare over you that even if you've been bitten in life, that's what happened with Paul. Snake bit him. The Bible also says there was no effects after it. There was no evidence. There was no sign that he'd ever been bitten. So that's why we can talk about when we've been hurt. That's why we can talk about when we failed. That's why we can talk about difficult times. Because we stand right in front of the face of the enemy and say, I can't even tell. My future cannot even tell. The people who are in my life now who really love me can't even tell that you ever bit me. But the only sign that you've gone through a storm, baby, is that you're wiser, that you are stronger. So I had to change my palate. I had to now receive the download from heaven and now upload it in my spirit. But I'm fearfully and wonderfully made, and that's you. That I have no reason to fear, I have no reason to doubt. That I'm no longer a slave to those things that had me bound before. And even the lies and the insecurities of others, I'm no longer a slave to those things. But I'm a child of God. And I look back now, and I can say, I thank God for the bite. My God. I speak prophetically over you and myself. There are no signs that we went through a storm. Your body functions as it's supposed to function. Your heart is in a good place, physically and emotionally. God delights in being able to call you his child and to give you the kingdom as an inheritance. So yes, you may have been bitten, you may have gone through a storm, but you're not in the storm. You're in the ship that is in the storm. And God ordained the ship to protect your life. You're trying to figure out how things are going to work out because seemingly your situation and perhaps others around you have made you feel like you're a burden. Then you might as well just go ahead and lay down and die. Isn't that what Job's wife told him? Oh, go and just cuss God and die. No, you're better than that. You're not going to get through this. You've already gotten through it. Because that end is already accomplished, and God knows that you're a survivor. So now just walk through this thing. Walk through this and pick up the treasures, pick up the lessons. And you're going to look back, and the fact that you have been able to get through is going to be a prophetic word for somebody else who may go through, who may have been spoken negatively by and to and by a loved one. You'll be able to say you are no one's burden. Why? Because I remember a time where I felt like I was a burden and I made it through. God needs you here, right here on earth, fulfilling the destiny and the will that he has for your life. You're not here for yourself. You're here to help others get through and to recognize that they can live under an open heaven and experience the reality of heaven in every area of their life. So, congratulations, you survived it. Now look back and thank God for the snake that bit you, for the ones that wanted you to die, for the ones that wanted you to be isolated so that you would think that there was something wrong. Go ahead and thank God for that thing. It was good for you that you had been afflicted. But now shake yourself loose. Fight till you can't fight anymore. Lay down, bleed a while, and get back up and fight some more. I declare that you're starting to feel better. I declare that your cloudy days, man, that the sun is breaking through. I declare that the right relationships and the right connections are coming into your life. Those that are not going to use you, abuse you, or make you feel lesser than a child of God. I speak open doors and opportunities for you. They're going to usher you into everything that God told you would happen. Yeah, even those things that you thought it was too late for. Oh no, you're not a burden. You're not a burden. You're going to walk through these doors. God delights to give you the kingdom and everything that comes along with it. So go forward. Get back up and fight some more. And I can say these things to you because I was in that low place. But I'm still here. And my heart is glad. Now, be like Paul. Think yourself happy. And be encouraged. Because it gets so much better. Love you.